Hey, Marty Norris here from Cumming, Georgia, and in today's video, I am going to talk to you about something that probably most people struggle with, and when we're all staying at home for the majority of our time, if we're following the law, a lot of people are probably struggling with of like, how do I not continue bad habits like overeating or watching too much television or not working out because I can't go to the gym. Well, anyways, I recently started looking at certain things that I wanted to change about myself, and I was like, well, what could I do? Not try to change everything at once, but maybe work on one area. So I recently, in an effort to always improve, I recently started reading this other book by John Maxwell called No Limits. And in the book, it says, blow the cap off your capacity. And one of the reasons that I'm working hard to do better at these is because I am just seeking, I guess when I hit 50, I just was like, certain things should not be bothering me so much like they do. I shouldn't be struggling with them. I should learn to overcome some of these things. So I am still like right now going on, I think it's day 30 or more of no sugar or no baked goods, no candy, nothing. I might have something in a drink, but then I realized, and so, so anyways, in this book, he talks about, when he was a pastor, he talked about the fact that he realized that counseling people helps them work through their weaknesses, and equipping somebody helps them work through their strengths. And I can talk to you about counseling because I've been to counselors mostly over my life with certain things with like self-esteem, but I can tell you, you always talk about your weaknesses, whereas he talked about that people are always going to have those weaknesses, but he says it's better to work on equipping people and help them develop their strengths. So in this, he says that if you want to really learn how to equip people, number one, you have to realize that change doesn't have to be drastic to be effective. So you just have to change one thing in your life. Don't say, I'm just going to stop doing all this, because we all know it's not going to happen. So for me, I had given up sugar before, but I decided to give it up for Lent. And I have pretty much stuck to it ever since the very beginning of March, Ash Wednesday, I gave it up, and I have not had one piece of candy, not had any baked goods that have sugar in them. I might have had something sugar-free, but no baked goods, period, none, no candy. So, and you could say, well, I want to change all these other things, but I'm like, I just need to stay away from sugar. And because we all know how good it tastes, and then you want it even more. So I'm realizing that change doesn't have to be drastic to be effective. And one weekend, I was able to just say no to so many things that normally I was at a pool event and I just stayed away from the sugar. It was all out in front of me and I was just able to say no. So I didn't have to say I'm going to give up all the things that I, do that maybe aren't the best for me, but just one thing. So it doesn't have to be drastic to be effective. And so, people that maybe are messy and they're also not working out and they're like, well, I'm just going to quit everything. You can't. You're going to quit. You're just not going to make it. And I know that from, I think I was talking to a friend the other day and she was showing me the pictures of somebody who, a lot of people struggle with weight loss, and she was showing me the pictures of somebody that, they were able to overcome it by just taking a simple product, and it was starting to work. And they weren't having to go and, work out for an hour a day. After a couple months, they were starting to see that their clothes were doing better. So it doesn't have to be drastic to be effective. Now, they were starting to modify their diet, but most people aren't going to modify their diet and do all the workout, but they might take something that would help them. So, and then number two, change is necessary for you to reach your capacity. So make it simple. And then if you want to become a better person or a better area in any of your life, have better health, have better relationships, For me, like have a better spiritual walk. You have to make changes if you want to reach your capacity. If you just do status quo, then you're just, you're probably not going to do status quo. You're going to go backward. So number one, change doesn't have to be drastic to be effective. And then number two, change is necessary for you to reach your capacity. And like I'm finding out, I'll be able to, on Easter Sunday, have some like Easter candy or something like that, or maybe some baked goods. But I've already decided I'm going back to no sugar, because you just feel better and you're not so tempted by it and then feeling like, why did I eat all of that? So but if you want to do better, you have to make changes in order to reach your capacity, but just make them small. So anyways, I hope that you found this helpful during this quarantine season. And I love it if you would comment below. And if you want to learn how I am growing a online business through social media marketing in an hour a day, you can message me, marthelnorris@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. And you have a great day. Thanks.